What's going on? Make sure you subscribe to the channel to get these juicy videos. Leave a comment. I appreciate you watching. So, what complaining does to the psyche, you should never complain. If you care that much, then go do something about it. And do you see where as you build up resistance, build up walls, castle walls, a palace, kingdoms, barricades, roadblocks, and so forth, you create a resistance to your intuition and to your soul. Because you are in control. Your perspective of something can change anytime. You don't like something, you can like something. You can really honestly make yourself like something. Even though you could perhaps it could not fit your soul and you're not listening to your intuition. That's different. You can like and dislike anything. Example of this, it's a great example. There's a lot of women that I used to think are ugly. Half ugly. So, that being said, my perspective changed. Are they still half ugly? Well, the thing is, things can happen in your life. You don't necessarily even have to go in and change a perspective. Naturally, if you're really imbibing in your intuition, you're going to have a positive outlook. Life is about balance, and if it's a scale, a Libra scale, there's negative, and then there's positive. Positive actually outweighs the negative. It does. That's the way it works. It's an off balance that sets the balance. Does that make sense? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. So, since I did receive retention, or just not had sex for a long time, you could say my libido went up. Most girls are beautiful to me. In fact, even ones, it's just the way you look at it though. But even so, I've noticed in the thinking mind, I was talking from outside of that context. Because when you really look at a human of the other sex, if you're just looking at them, you're not going to have a judgment. You're going to see their geometry. You're not going to get horny if you're looking at somebody in the spiritual way. So, that's something about me. When you complain, all your life does is just complains for itself. Here's an example. It's like you're in a cave and you hear someone complaining. The voice you hear complaining and you're getting sick of it is yours. And you don't even know. This is like the greatest analogy. Or is it allegory or analogy? Doesn't even matter. I'm in the allegory. So as you can see, the voice in your head is like an echo that you hear. It literally is, though. You don't even have to recognize it or listen to it or hear it. As long as you're saying it and you're pretty much being unconscious when you say that. Because someone who's conscious wouldn't necessarily say that. Now there might be some people, when they lose conscious, go and say that. Doesn't matter how conscious they are. But usually, if you're embodying in the soul, if you're actually there, then it's not going to happen. You see, when you falling out of balance, that will happen. You'll complain more and more and more. Anyways, if you really want something, pussy, you go and get the job done. It's that simple. There's two ways of looking at it. I can look at it as a soft spot, or I can hit you in the head with a hammer so I can't fucking miss it. Okay? If you're complaining, you sound like a little bitch. Anyways, it doesn't even matter because other people are already being little bitches too, so you fit right in. Right in. You notice the people who get shit done and that live fabulous lives? They're always smiling. And then people get jealous and mad. That's because the people who are smiling in life, whatever they're fucking doing, regardless, they are looking at it positive. That's why. It's just an outlook, and you can change your outlook anytime. Complaining is a negative karma, negative indirect energy that gets direct back to you indirectly. When it hits you, it literally comes back as if it ricochets off the wall and comes and hits you. You can't see it with your eyes. Though if you could see the volume, which science is trying to do, you don't need to do that. You don't need to study this. You can, but it literally would go right back to you. Sound, bass, and all music, every music has bass, basically. Everything does. Everything is bass. Higher pitches are just higher basses. Literally. And they're all vibrations. So your talking is a vibration, and you're setting a mood, you're setting an atmosphere, more so an environment. It's literally created around you. Fun fact, mantras, maybe gospel, maybe all these church songs, the notes have a resonance that is God resonance. And we don't need to describe how it makes you feel, though we can. It's just the feeling. All music is just a feeling. All life is just a feeling. Complaining is being negative. Hence your have karma hit you. Have you ever noticed people who complain always eventually have something to complain about? If not, they're complaining all the time. I'm going to shut up and let this video prosper. And just remember, take your time. Take your time. Nothing feels better in your life than ever taking your time. You can take your time and be fast. Yes. But if you're not enlightened, take your time. Have a nice one. Stay tuned for more. Taking your time feels the best. Whatever that means to you, someone's time, the way they move could be a little faster than someone else's. Have a nice one. Make sure to comment. You can send me emails, private consultations, if you want those. Pretty much on Instagram at this point, but we could do Telegram, maybe even the phone, but more so probably run it through something else. No, so we got to keep it secret. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. This was a juicy one.